Hi CC friends. This is going to be a tutor lesson for week 15. I'm going to start out with math, the metric measurements. They are 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter, 100 centimeters equals 1 meter, 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. These are metric measurements. So what I did was I put 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter, printed that out. I actually had to do it on like stacked on top of each other. And I did the next one, 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. And I put that on, it's on one sheet, cut it in half, taped all three of them basically. So then 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. I did that twice so that I could have 2 rows of kids doing it at the same time. And I did the first one where they would stand and start out with at 10 millimeters. And then I did the next one a little further, probably like a large step for 100 centimeters. And then at the end of the room, just to show that it was a much longer distance, we did 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. And what they would kind of do is take a short little hop or a little jump to the second one, 100 centimeters, and then they would take a huge jump and usually kind of fall or something, but they like the challenge. So I just had each of them, we had 9 boys, so had them stand in line, 2 went and they had to say it. I was singing it, reminding them to sing it and say it, because I think they were looking at it more as just a challenge and goofing off. Which is always the tension of doing big body movements with all boys. So that's what we did for math. For English, I just kept it really simple. I don't know about you guys, but I am always running out of time. So I just had them stand up, sit at the table, and popcorn. So one step, do does it. Next one, do does it. Next one, do does it. If they wanted to say it, I told them if they want to say it in a silly voice, they can. If they want to jump really high, they can. However they want to come out of their seat and say it, I just needed them to go around the table and say it. Next week, I think we'll just add on. I think I'll have them kind of do the same thing, but we'll do does, did, has, have, had. I think that's next week. Yeah. And then at some point, we'll probably actually sing the helping verb song. Maybe we'll do that next week. I haven't thought that far ahead. Okay, history. So I just had them erase a word. So I wrote it up on we have a whiteboard in our room, and I just had a couple kids come up. So we'd say it. One kid would come up and erase 1 or 2 words. Next, we'd say it, and they'd have to say it without, the word, and erased the first whole line after I think the 3rd time, the whole second line after the 2nd time, again, and a 3rd. And I had each of them wanted to erase. They always love to erase. So let them do that part. Moving on to Latin. I just did our hand motions that I had done from last time, just to reiterate that. And I actually had messed up whenever I did them the first time. So the hand motions are, or what I made up was, you're pointing with one finger because it's singular, because usually if you can get a kid to sing those first couple ones, they can sing the rest of it. It's just getting them started. The one finger is for first declension, and I'm only using one hand because it's singular. So singular, first declension, and then I'm bringing my other hand up. First declensions is plural because I have 2 hands, and then I'm going arum, is, as, is. So we're kind of pointing to your arms. Arum, is, as, is. Arum, is, as, is. Plural, first declension. But I had kind of messed up, and originally I did and then I said, what did I do? What mistake did I make? Which then actually allowed me to go back and say, okay, remember the rule, you use one hand for singular, 2 hands for plural. So we went through that, I think 3 or 4 times, but you're singing the song 3 times each, so you're actually getting it in a lot, and it's repeated. So we did not spend a lot of time on that. I tried something new. I've seen a couple other tutors do the hide a couple of the cards for your timeline. I have them set up like a lot of people do with little clips. And so I actually had the first 3 set up, and prior to our meeting, I went around the room and hid them. I hid them behind a trash can. I hid them behind a piece of art that was laying against the floor. I hid them behind the blinds in our window, so you could see it, but I don't think they were even, that was a really hard one for them. And then I hid one underneath my lunch sack. They could not find that one, so we did a little bit like you're hot, you're cold, or whatever. And I just so I had them sing it through, because they can do it without even like looking at the cards. So I had the first 4 up to start them. They sang it through, and we realized which 4 were missing, which 4 they needed to look for, and then I played it on my speaker as they were looking for it. I would stop after the first time and say, have we found any? Okay, we found 1. Okay, like we still have 2 or 3 more to find, so I'm gonna play it again. Which I thought they had a really fun time with that, and they weren't loud necessarily unless I found one, because they were searching and busy, so they were actually able to listen to it, and I think they enjoyed it. I think it was a really good way to mix it up, and I think I'm going to add that one into a rotation. I don't know if any of you guys are trying to create like a rhythm or a cycle, but I've been kind of interested in that from the beginning and haven't been able to totally do that, so I'm trying to create more of those rhythms so that I'm not having to plan as much, and I can just say, okay, every 3 weeks we just repeat, you know, you do Duck Duck Goose 1st, 4th, and 8th week or whatever. So then moving on to geography, I actually started with geography. I almost always start with geography. I had all their maps opened to the Middle East or an Africa side, and I had just gone. We actually celebrated Valentine's Day this week. Our community starts a little bit later, I think, than some of yours or some other ones do, and then we actually got pushed back because of COVID, so we're behind what I'm seeing a lot of communities, which is totally fine with me, because then you guys are getting content out there too, and I can watch all that. So I found these, and I just had them point to all the areas on the map. I did make up a song to this, and I will say this was a waste of money. I did buy, I mean, it was 2 packs for $2. I mean, it's five per pack, $2 that I wasted, but it's fine. I think it makes it a little more special since it's Valentine's Day, but I probably wouldn't have done that. I probably would have gone with like little candy hearts or something. It's just that we had so much candy today that I didn't want to do a ton more candy. So here's how the song goes. I think I actually found this on my voice recordings from 3 years ago when we first started, and so I want to say that I made this up, but there is a very real chance that I may not have. So if you saw that somebody else made this up, then you can comment below. So it goes: Middle East geography, Israel, the Sinai Peninsula, the Suez Canal, the city of Cairo, and the Gaza Strip. Middle East geography, that is all there is. So basically, we pointed all these out. Then I sang the song, and then I sang it again and had them try to sing it with me and point to different things. Then I have my really large map up. I don't know if any of your directors have done that, but our director's awesome, and she has really large laminated ones. So I asked, or when I was first showing them, I put a Post-it on each one because it's really large. And then I had each individual kid come up and I'd say, where is Israel? Where is Sinai Peninsula? Where's the Suez Canal? And you can even take time to, I know there's a lot of people who are asking like, why is Israel on this one again? There is a woman, I think she's got a YouTube channel. YouTube, let's see. I'll link it below, but she talks about how Israel during the Hebrew Empire was much bigger, and then we added the Sinai Peninsula where Moses led his people to Mount Sinai when they fled Egypt, and so you can just give a little backstory on that. And then we moved on to science, which we kept our map out. I actually kept one in the middle. You actually can put away the other ones, or keep like 2 out maybe in the middle. I kind of found it a little distracting to have all of theirs out. No, I'm sorry, go back. That I did have them keep all of them out, but I had to put mine in the middle and show them at first. That's kind of why it was confusing. But I gave them candy hearts. I know a lot of people are using Hershey Kisses. I couldn't find multiple colors. So at the Dollar Tree, I got these hearts, which, I mean, looks like a hill or a mountain, you know. So I had 6 red and 1 gold, and we put our gold on the highest mountain, which was Everest in Asia. And then I had them, so put them on and then take them one by one, take them off. Then I played the song, I think it's She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, which is, what is each continent's highest mountain? Each continent's highest mountain is Everest in Asia, Concagua in South America, Denali in North America, Kilimanjaro in Africa, Elbrus in Europe, Kosciuszko in Australia, Vinson Mount Stephen in Antarctica. These are each continent's highest mountains. That's one that I've seen on multiple YouTube channels. And things that I pointed out were E for Elbrus, E for Europe, Kosciuszko is how you say Kosciuszko in Australia. And then I actually made these little index cards where I tinted them. I just put them in half and wrote Everest in Asia, or you can really just write Everest, and I probably should just wrote Everest. And then I had each of them put them on the map and then had them take one off. So this is probably a little overkill, honestly, because I had 2 ideas going and then I had a song. Sometimes I need to just pull back and just do the one thing. I think that concludes it. I think there's, oh, and then for review, we, at the Dollar Tree, I found scratch off hearts. And so what I did was I had a piece of construction paper. I made a heart shape out of all of the little scratch off heart stickers. And I don't know if you can find them where you're at, and I don't even know where you would find them. Again, it was such a cool little thing. But I put random amounts of points all over, and I put minus points too. So when I would ask them a question for their team, one person could come up and scratch one off. And I thought it was going to be pretty even, but it ended up like team 1 ended up with all the 100, 150s. And then team 2 kept getting like minus 50 and minus 25, so much that team 1 actually donated some of their points. So it was kind of, you never knew who was going to win, and they were really excited about getting to go scratch them off and stuff. So that actually turned out it was really fun. And they were all having a sugar high because they decided to hand out their Valentines before class instead, since I had these little baskets with all their names on them, which they normally put their presentation and then their snack for the day in there, but they decided to do all the Valentines. So during their snack time, they were eating tons of candy. So it was just kind of a crazy day, but I hope this helps. If you have any questions, just comment below, and I hope that you have a really great week and that you have a fun Valentine's Day.